Hey Craig, how's it going? Hey Jeanette, I'm doing pretty good. Hey Jennifer, um, Dee, Katie, or Kate, Apple Blonde. So I'm live a little earlier than normal, like by an hour and a half. I had to go into work early. So I was able to leave early. And I'm like, I can take a nap, should probably eat dinner. Or I could just get on here and talk to my friends. And I decided I didn't really want to figure out dinner. And I didn't want to, if I took a nap, I'm not sure I'd get up again. I like to stay in bed. So I figured I'll just go live early. Hey, Brian. So here we are. Um, how was everybody's weekend? It's weird. I didn't go live for 2 days in a row. I feel like I've like missing all my peeps. Hmm. Especially on the weekend. You know, it was a rough weekend, guys. It's been a rough 2 weeks, but the weekend was kind of sharing was not caring with my mood. Jeanette says her weekend was boring. My weekend was too much stuff happening. Weekend was good, today a bit rough. Yeah, I'm tired today, guys. I'm tired. I went to lunch on Sunday. It was supposed to be like a casual thing. Hey, Saya. Oh, I did too. I did too. I saw it. I saw Deadpool and Wolverine. Keith, hi Keith. Um, I all I have to say about Deadpool is like, and if you're a fan, this is a movie made for fans. If you've never seen Deadpool 1 or 2, don't watch the Marvel movies. This might not be a movie for you. If you've never seen X-Men, this might not be the movie for you. But if you've seen all the movies like I have, this is the movie for you. How was your weekend? Says Keith. My weekend sucked. We did go to the movies. Okay, so hey Linda S. Um, we went to what was it called? Saturday. Okay, so Saturday James went to go see his mom with his brother. They just did a mother-son bonding thing. I stayed home. I was gonna go through my bags and stuff, guys. I had a coffee drink in the morning that was a sugar-free coffee drink, which unfortunately they used a sugar-free ice cream base to make it a blended coffee. Yeah, that didn't go well. So I was not well. And then, so by the time I felt well enough to get up and do things, James had come back. His brother was here. So I spent another hour, in the house. And I said, James, I'm going to be leaving. Do you want to come with me? So he said, okay. So I said, I'm just going to stop by the outlet to go look. I want to take photos of the newest drop from Coach Outlet because, oh my gosh, another week has passed. They had to have another drop, you know. So Coach did another collaboration with Observed by Us. Hey, Brenna. Um, and it was uh I want to go. I have never seen the outlet that packed. Like, I have been at that outlet on Black Friday. It is never, I do not know where everybody came from. I didn't think it was a tax-free weekend. Yes, Zorbital. Exactly, D. Exactly. Oh, I was so very miserable. And so I went to the Dooney. It was so low stocked. I'd never seen it that low stocked. Hey, Monica. And then I went over to the Coach store, took the photos I needed. Man, the Coach store is, hey, Maria, it's totally, there was so many people shopping. It was crazy town. Not very many people buying. Lots and lots of people shopping. Yes, the flying saucers. Here's the thing about the Observed by Us. They did that last year with the boutique outlet or the boutique release, and now they're doing their outlet release of the same collaboration. This is the first time I will tell you there is a marked difference between the outlet quality and the boutique quality, like noticeably different. As in, yeah, I don't think it's worth it. The quality of the leather that I'm seeing coming into the outlet, I am shocked. This it's almost at the point where with Coach, you have to go touch the bag you want to buy because there's no guarantee what type of leather it's going to be. When I was at the boutique and picked up the Burrow, the brand new Burrow, the leather's dry. And it's brand new. Hey Yoda, it is a brand new. So when I went over to the Coach outlet and I picked up the Observed by Us bags, they're also dry. So dry leather is indicative of a lesser quality leather. It should not be this dry. I have bags that are 10 years old from Coach that don't feel like this, but not every bag I touch is like that. Craig is asking if Maria has a Chanel where she's at. We're saying hi to Brenna. Glad you're sharing this information. This is Kate. Yeah, so Kate, it's like, so there's a couple bags I've been in there in the outlet where I'm like, this is an awesome quality. And then there's a lot more that I'm finding that are not. They're just not. And even when I go to the boutique, I'm like, something's up, with this. And I had another, and I haven't touched it myself yet, guys. Yeah, Frozen says, yeah, sounds like Russian super mass produced. Yeah, that's what it feels like. It totally feels that way. And it feels that way. Before it did feel that way. Before I would compare outlet to boutique all the day long, and I'd be like, it's save money. Don't get it at the boutique. But now I'm at the point where it's like, you must touch every item because there's no guarantee that that's going to be the quality. Normally I use like a manufacturer's, like if I go to the Coach, if I go to Michael Kors, if I go to Kate Spade, there's a baseline. Well, that baseline's changed. And I'm like, I'm not happy as a consumer, because I had a friend who already went to go look at the Brooklyn bag from Coach, which is the brand new release. She said that bag was so thin, the leather was so thin, paper thin. She said the words paper thin. I'm like, are you kidding me? Because I really want that bag. And that bag retails for $550 US dollars. I'm like, I'm not paying $550 for a bag that's thin. Thin is okay because it'll be light, but the words paper thin with a size with the Brooklyn 39, which is the one I want, I'm like, no. So Maria says, yeah, it is. Frozen Luxury, have you ever been to Hawaii? Oh, Jeanette. Frozen Luxury is from Hawaii. He's Hawaiian. Paper thin well. Yes. Yes, Leota. Yeah. So yeah. So anyway, so I was very surprised. So I haven't seen the Brooklyn yet, but I have touched like the Lana, and the Lana bag is a beautiful bag, right? So again, I kind of do this like when I tell people about Portland leather goods now that I've been to a store, I tell my friends, you really must go touch everything you want to look at. All the grains are that varied, all of the textures are that much different. You really just have to go look at them in person. I know you can buy them online and return them, but honestly, with Portland leather goods, go to the store, touch them if you can, and it makes a big difference. Like I went through a whole bin of bags before I found the SLG I wanted because I didn't like this one, I didn't like that one, I didn't like the zipper, I didn't like this. I mean, it was like I'm picky. I'm that picky person, when it comes to my new things. Used things, I give a break. But new things at a store, I want it to be perfect. I did not buy anything, Keith. Like always, if they're not raising the prices, they're sacrificing quality. It's the facts of business. That's the dang truth, Greg. That is just production work as it goes. Hey, Morella. Nice. So yeah, that's what and here's the thing, Yota. The person who told me that the bag was paper thin, she's a owner of a Facebook page group where she is Coach all the way. I've bought several bags from her. She knows her stuff, and she's a Coach fan. Coach fan. Like she has the studio bags, she has the Ace bags. I mean, all of the It bags have come out through Coach. She owns them. What did you do? Okay, so Sunday we went out to eat. Hey, Robbie. And we were supposed to go to this brand new Chinese restaurant. I was so excited. It was only the second week it was open. It took us 2 hours to get down there because, oh my gosh, the traffic. We get down there and I'm already regretting everything. I've regretted all the decisions in life. Okay. So Carol went with us. We met Carol and Diana, which is Carol's sister. My sister was supposed to go have lunch with us, but she didn't tell me that it was her and her whole family. So that's 4 people. So essentially, we had 10 people meeting at this restaurant that's only been open for 2 weeks. And I'm like, this is a recipe for disaster. Is a restaurant open for 2 weeks? First, they've only had a soft opening. They're not used to big crowds yet, especially a table of 10, and these are traditional Chinese foods. So this is not like an easy menu to prepare our anyway. So anyway, hey, oh yay. Yeah, I was early. Really life decisions, that's a lot, Jackie. I just couldn't deal. I could not deal with the crowd and basically I already had a really bad Sunday because I woke up to a mean comment. Well, it's not a mean comment, it's just an unkind comment. There's a difference. And it's a difference of opinion, right? So that is their opinion. And it's not very flattering or kind, but I can't discount it. So, but it really did ruin my Sunday morning, and then, so then I went to Jennifer and I said, okay, I'm not eating in this restaurant. So I put my foot down and said, no, we are going to another restaurant. Um, um, and they're Chinese, so they'll be super. No, we went to a different restaurant. We went to a Indian buffet, which I normally love. This is the same Indian buffet we go to every single Christmas day. This is where we go eat Christmas dinner, is at this restaurant. And so we went there, and it was so much nicer. Because first of all, it's a buffet. They're used to large tables. They're used to people coming and going. Oh yeah, Indian buffet is so much better. Um, Greg, I'm not reading that out loud, but yes, you're right. So and then we were supposed to go to a movie, right? And so my sister's calling me, what time are we meeting? And then my Carol's calling me, should we get tickets first? And I'm like, tickets first? What are y'all talking about? They live in San Antonio. San Antonio has over 1 million people. It is a very large town, city. One of the top 10 in the United States. It might be, yeah, I think it's in the top 10 in size wise. So I'm like, buy tickets ahead of time? No, I don't do that. You think I have plans? Um, oh no, Yoda, it wasn't a weird comment. It was just a mean comment. It really, it was mean in its criticism, but it's not invalid in their opinion. Deshaun, hi Deshaun. So it's like, so it's not the end of the world, but it really did get me upset for all day and most of last night. Seventh largest, I believe. Thank you, Keith. Um, what's the difference between IHOP and Deshaun? So I have no idea, and I have a feeling while this is a hangout, be kind. Jackie, the movies were slammed this weekend. The hubby works in theater, one of the biggest weekends. Yes, apparently Twister was the movie. People. So okay, so what we did was I ditched my friends. We went and had Indian food, and I ditched my friends. And I said to Carol and Diane, I said, "Oh no, let's just um, let's just rain check it." So they rain checked it because they live in San Antonio. So my other friend Caitlin, and was with us. So Caitlin and James and I were in one car. So we're leaving San Antonio, and I said, okay, now that we're separated and we don't have to deal with who wants to go to what theater and what time and whatever, because we 2 hour drive home, guys. I said, let's go to Seguin, which is another town on the way to my town from San Antonio, and let's go to the small family theater that we go to, and let's just go watch the movie. And we did, and it was awesome, and it was not crowded. It was not sold out because everybody was watching Twister. Yeah, no. So I got like, hey, Miss Jelly. So I got a not so kind comment. Jackie is like Switzerland. Everyone loves her, and she stays neutral. I try to stay neutral, but I'll tell you the truth. I was upset. I have been upset, and it's a lot of it. And my husband says, James says, Jackie, it's because normally this would never bother you, but because we have just lost Watson, this is bothering you. I'm like, that's true. Very valid. Very valid. Valid point. I want to see Twister too, but hey, good. I didn't even know Twister was a movie. I didn't watch the first one. I didn't know there was a second one. I was like, there's a movie about tornadoes? My husband looked at me like, who are you? Yeah, so it's been rough. It's been rough. It's been really rough emotionally for me. Hey Aaron, because I have a hard time asking for help for anything because I can do it. I'll work 3 jobs, whatever. And yeah, that's not so to be criticized for asking for help and to be criticized by people who are supposed to be my supporters and friends, or at least as James likes to remind me, your supporters are subscribers are subscribers. They're not necessarily friends. He has to keep me grounded, guys. Grounded. Um Craig says, I'm sorry I wasn't a good friend to you. I didn't realize it bothered you. Oh, yeah, no, Craig. It bothered me a lot, but I need that perspective too. I need like your perspective, like when I need that because it's is this me blowing this out of proportion or is this me, you know, because I was conflicted about it anyway. And then to have people criticize me for, and then I've talked to so many people about this. So Aaron, yeah, so I've got some critical remarks. A couple people have criticized my GoFundMe for Watson, and that I still unbox things and show things that I've purchased, even though I have been asking for donations. And the donations I had to explain are donations are gifts, guys. And when I give a gift, I don't expect an accountability or a kickback or a attaboy or whatever they're looking for. And somebody said it that they're still my supporter, they're still my subscriber, but they don't agree with my choices. So I literally went back to my GoFundMe and looked to see if I could refund their money. I can't find them. I don't The only other way they would have donated was through a super chat, guys. So if it's super chat is a way that YouTube gives you to support the channel additionally to just viewing the channel. And that's a whole different kettle of fish. It goes to a whole different fund. Uh, YouTube takes part of that, less, a good bit of it actually. But at least it's more directly towards me and a lot more than ad money, right? So basically, people were, yeah, so people were a little upset that uh, a couple people, like, they reached out and said, yeah, Linda S, they donated and complained, and then I not complained, they criticized. They criticized that I would ask for donations for Watson, yet still continue to purchase things, and I looked at James, I said, "They do know I am a bag channel that has a shopping problem." And I've talked about grief and how I deal with grief continuously since Milo's death. And I mean, James just said, "Well, they're just not they're not really your supporters. If they don't know that, then they don't know that." And plus, guys, it's only 22 people we're talking about, and that's grateful. I'm grateful for those 22 people. It's a blessing. But then to have somebody come back and tell you, "Oh, you shouldn't be doing that, or you shouldn't be doing this," or whatever. It's like, but I would rather you just unsubscribe. If the person is that upset with me, just unsubscribe. Move on. Go somewhere else. Like, don't say you appreciate my honesty and openness. Especially this is on the heels of me losing the French bulldogs and having to justify the fact that I don't buy dogs, but I adopt dogs, right? Why are people so invested? People have opinion. Aaron says all you have gone through puts the nervous system in sky high, so you're going to be bothered by things. Yes, that's exactly what James told me. He says like you're just a little oversensitive. Normally things that wouldn't bother me are bothering me. Keith says, I hate that when people gives a gift and they have, oh yeah, method of control over them. Yeah. My parents did that. My father did that. My father did that. So here's the deal, guys. So my father always gave a gift, but with a caveat. I'll give you this, but you must do this. Or I'll give you this, but then XYZ, right? I'll help you do this, but I own it. you know? So people, if you don't want to give, then don't. They should come. Oh yeah, that's how I feel about it, Brenda, too. Um, yeah, it's not cool to criticize. So I'm not discounting their feelings. That's how they feel about it. But it did make me very upset. I mean, if that was what their goal was, they have succeeded. Um, this is why our brain is set up to work, looking for what's next to hurt you, protection mode. Yeah, yeah. So it was, and then my sister, my twin, so much stuff happening. Um, giving gifts should be from the heart with no motivations of expectations. Yeah, but people say that, but in my experience, that's not what happens. You know, this is why yeah, it just doesn't happen that way, Yoda. Not in my family. It's never been in my family. My family has always been an expectation. You have, if you get something, the rule is you must write a thank you note. If they give you something, you give something an equal value. If you, it's just weird. Those are just how we grew up, and money was used as a weapon in a club in my house as growing up. So so like my father bought me my first car, and it was a beater. It was awesome. Loved it. I still love that truck. So I'm sad I sold that truck, but it was in his name because he bought it. And he made it very clear that the things in his home were his things and that we, his children, didn't own any of it. And that if we wanted to leave home, you had nothing. And he says, and the car that you're driving is my car. So when he got tired of dealing with insurance and paying, and it's just all control, guys. He wouldn't have done these things, but I didn't know that then, you know. So as soon as he got tired of dealing with insurance and having to insure two daughters going to college and everything, he said, go get the paperwork done. I don't want Go get the title to this car. I don't want to deal with the insurance. You're responsible for paying insurance. You're responsible for putting gas in your car. I'm done paying for this. And I said, okay. Very next day, I went to do all the paperwork to get that car out of his name into my name because I knew that if something happened, if I didn't finish college, if life happened, I had a car because that car would get me to work if I had to work. I could live in the car. If I didn't have a house, I could live in a car. I mean, and I grew up privileged, but I believed my father. He has a master's degree in logistics, so he knew what he was doing, you know? So I have serious trust issues. So so when I could, I did, and I believed him. And when I left home, I didn't take anything. Everything I took when I left home was the things I purchased myself and I owned. All the things in my room that my father or friends had given me, they stayed there. You know, unless it was my clothing or things I personally bought, they stayed there. I left home at as soon as I got out of college and got my first job, and I never looked back. And that's why I am just shocked. Like people today do not want to leave home. I'm like, why? I don't want to. I didn't want. I hated that house. I hated that house. And then my dad wasn't a bad person. He just didn't know how to deal with children and daughters, you know? And he was just very strict. And he thought he just used that as a controlling, worrying about what other people are buying. Brenda says, I have been told it is from a form of pride, but I prefer if some people not give me things because it seems the whole over. Yes. Oh no, and Brenda, the worst thing about getting a gift, wedding gifts specifically. If I am given a wedding gift and I have to keep it because the people who come visit expect to see that gift. And why did my entire family give me glass vases when we traveled to Belgium to get married and I had to take glass vases home? Yoda says, I'm a gift giver is my love language, but Jackie, don't let it get you down. Apple Blonde says, Miss Jelly, people are invested in others' lives because, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Um, Nothing better to do, I think. Keith says, have you ever lived in a car? I have never had to live in a car, Keith. I know it's rough. My friends have. I never want to do that. But I knew I could if I had to. I agree, Apple Blonde says, Miss Jelly. Aaron says, these reasons are why you love to buy bags. Yeah. Yeah. D says they can't afford to leave home. D says for about kids not wanting to but I don't know if they want to leave home. Frozen says, I'm totally a gift giver, says Frozen. Saya, I do believe you are a gift giver. Uh, Craig says the human race as a whole sucks. Sorry, this is why I love dogs. This is why I love dogs too. Oh, I have a dog story for you. I'll have to let me get caught up with the chats. Um, Dogs are the best. Yoda makes me happy to see someone open a gift. Oh yeah, I love. Okay, so I almost got a dog today, and you're like, Jackie, you know what? It's too soon. It is too soon. I almost became a foster today, so I almost fostered a dog. It was local in my local shelter. I actually called the local shelter. James is so lucky. They'd already found another foster for this dog. So I talked to the local lady who's at our local shelter here in town. So we have a person who's going to be helping us find a new fur baby when we're ready. We're not quite ready yet. Um, but it was a near thing. I prefer cats to people, says D. Hey, look, stational. Animals are the, um, yeah, so, I know why I purchase things. And I know my issues with stuff. I mean, I know where it's coming from, guys. I'm not living in a bubble. As much as I'd like to live in a bubble, I'm not in a bubble. Um, and work was pretty good today. My shoulders are stressed out, and because I had my deadline is looming. So so okay, let me finish about my weekend. I went through the majority of my bags. There's 2 bins I haven't gone through yet, but the majority of my bags, and I put aside like 30 bags. These bags, maybe with the exception of one, are not coming back in my collection. They've got to go. For whatever reason, I was brutal, and these are not fabulous bags. So they're great bags, but don't expect to see a Ricky in there. There's no Rickies, okay? There's no Reed Karkoff bags. There's not even a Marc Jacobs in there. Most of these bags are gonna be just awesome bags, but they're not gonna be like super high-end bags because I don't buy super high-end bags. But they are gonna be a vlog sale, and I'm probably gonna do it on Friday because it might be, and then I'll probably continue. There might be several vlog sales because 30 bags was a lot to go through, and this is going to be Jackie's clearance vlog. So this is not Jackie. I am not a reseller. I am not a reseller. I am not buying things with the eye to flip and make money. I am selling you things that are mine. So these are things that I bought because I wanted them. And then when I used them, either they worked or didn't work, or I just have too many bags. But what does that mean? That means if they don't sell, that's fine. You're not gonna make me. I'm not gonna be upset. No, Celine, but I do have an unboxing in a minute for you, Linda S. You're gonna be shocked. I'm so happy you're here. Um, Oh no, no. No. So no guys, Linda S has one of my Celine bags. I traded with her really early on. I gave her a boogie bag and she gave me I think a couple other bags she had in her collection, and the boogie bag was not in good condition. It was an okay condition. It was a fair trade, but it was still a Celine bag. But no more Celine bags. And Linda S bought my Louis Vuitton Speedy that I had. So y'all, she knows what I got. No, Craig, I am never selling that bag. It's never leaving home. Um, so what I was saying is it's going to be Jackie's clearance vlog sale. Um, and I've vowed whatever I do not sell within how long it takes me to sell these things, I'm going to not list them on Posh. I'm going to take them to consignment, whatever doesn't go into consignment, and then I'm going to take the rest to a women's shelter because my friend told me that was a great idea. And I'm like, that's a great idea. But to not, since I have a bunch of people here now, I do have an unboxing of a Celine bag that I'm really hoping is epic because it's not returnable. It is mine, for better or for worse. And yeah, it's a boogie bag because I already had one. As I told you, I had one before and I had sold it to, I didn't like the condition. The person who sold it to me did not tell me the truth about the condition, and I did as much rehab on it as I could do, but it really just made me upset because the lady, she lied. She literally lied. And I just, you know, about what kind of a bag it was. I mean, we knew what the bag was, but I paid a lot of money for that bag, and she lied. So this bag, even though this is should be in better condition, I paid for half of what I paid that other bag. Boogie Woogie, yes. So I've had the boogie bag. My mother has a friend in Denmark who she had this bag and she showed it. I know my mom was just on vacation and there's a photo and I said, Mom, what is that bag? What is her bag? And I finally got it out of my mother. I actually had to reverse Google to find out what bag she had, and it was the boogie bag. So I bought my first boogie bag like before I did YouTube, that long ago. Where did you get your white storage cubes at? Says Heather. The ones behind me, those are IKEA Kallax cubes. Still in my peanut. Woohoo! I'm still in my D&B. Yeah, I saw that tote. That tote is gorgeous, D. D. Higginbotham has its most beautiful. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Um, yeah. So it's still. I love a red bag, guys. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Joy. I love it. This is so cool. So this came from Clothes Mentor, so it's all sales final. I got a 20% off coupon, and it was already a reasonable price to begin with. So I paid like $150 for this. Like the one I traded Linda, I paid like $300 for, and it was not in good condition. This is so much better. I love the contrast stitching. We love ourselves a Michael Kors design. This is a design by Michael Kors, or at least he was the originator. I'm not sure if he designed this particular one, but this is a boogie bag from Celine. And they're pretty. Normally, I mean, when I first bought one, you couldn't find them for 300 was a good price. And now to get this was listed for like under 200. I'm like, how? In the condition that it's in, this is beautiful. We don't have IKEA, but may need to take a 3-hour drive for some. Heather, if you have a big order with IKEA, you can pay for delivery. When we ordered a majority of our Kallax, we ordered a whole bunch. Now, delivery fee is expensive, but so is a 3-hour drive. But our IKEA was an hour away, and we paid for delivery. Yeah. Uh, yeah, it's from my Claire's Aura. Yes, yes, yes. Love it. Let me take off this random plastic tab. So when I saw this and I saw that it had an extra coupon, I was like, okay, you're in my pretend budget. I really shouldn't have bought this, but when I say buy something, you should just go with the Jackie put it on a credit card and James doesn't know about it yet. That's what happened. Even though James has talked to me, and of course I bought this before James had that talk with me about bank and shopping situation that happened Friday. This was obviously purchased before that. This was actually, I think, purchased before Watson died. Um, MK actually designed the boogie bag himself personally, and somehow he holds the patent not sling, so that won't ever be re-released. That is brilliant. Craig, you have so much cool knowledge about fashion. So let's see what my invoice says. So online orders are final sale, but truth be told, they're final sale when you do them in the store too. So the note says, "What a beautiful bag! Thank you so much for your support and Merry Christmas in July." Oh, that was the sale they were having. Christmas in July, 20% off, site wide. Not very many clothes mentors do online sales. Each closed mentors are individually franchised. Sometimes the franchisee might hold more than one store, but they're all individual. So a lot of the closed mentors will have like in-person sales, and they'll have rewards points, but they're not redeemable online and they're not redeemable between different franchisees. It's interesting. I like closed mentor. So I like supporting small business. So here we go. That is so cool. MK holds patent on several of their designs via Celine. That is brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. fascinating. Because I really don't, because he probably did this before the time when you worked for someplace and you signed over all your intellectual properties. Now I don't think this happens anymore unless you put it in the contract up front. You know, contracts, nightmare contracts. Told me you wanted a boogie bag, I would have set your Linda, I didn't want that one. That one made me mad. The one I sent you because the person who sold it to me lied to me. So I decided I would just go look for a new one eventually, and eventually I found one. I wasn't actively really looking. Um, Brian bought one. He has a really, really pretty one. He has the tote version of the boogie bag, so it's taller. And I love a red bag, and so I just wanted to have it back in my life. And apparently, red bags don't sell well, and I don't know why because I love them. Um, when he's double Mew Mew. Oh, I haven't seen that. I'm sure I have to go watch her new Mew Mew collection. Holds a pen, can we really? If he holds a pen, he can really. Oh yeah, he can, D. But what he should do is produce them himself. To be honest, yeah, yeah. So that was my cool, awesome bag purchase, and then I have two other things to open, but we'll get there. Um, yeah, I'm thrilled with that bag. I think this is really pretty. Um, I love contrast stitching anyway. And oh, I was watching a bunch of you know the Lux show with what's her name? Amy and why am I blanking on her name? Cat L, Amy, and then the guest was Jessie. And I watched a good bit of their live show that they talked about Hermes, lots of Hermes talk. And I was thinking about the Hermes journey and all the Hermes bags, and um it was like I was like, huh. Um they were talking about how Jessie Styles got her Birkin because she said she had one she got from store, and I'm like, oh, how did you get it from store? Because there's always this big crazy thing about pre-spend and whatever, and apparently the hey Donna, the what do you call it, the Australian Hermes locations tend to be, I don't know, difficult, not because they're part of the Asian Pacific, arena, but somehow they're other still. So they're when you do shipments and zoning for places, and you're shipping things to another continent, it's like import duties and regulations. So apparently their stock isn't as awesome as other places. So I've been told by all the other Australian YouTubers, because I don't know. I don't live there. They do. So they say it's hard to get certain things, right? So they're asking Jessie, how did you get your Birkin? She goes, well, I've been shopping at Hermes since 2018. They offered me a Birkin finally, and I was able to buy it. So I thought that was really neat. They were talking about the myth. Some people like, oh, you have to have a pre-spend. Oh, you don't have to have a pre-spend. Oh, you can get a bag if you just walk into the store. I'm like, I got a little tired of listening to it, to be honest. I didn't care to. I only listened to about half of it, and I'm like, okay, I'm over this conversation. I have fun starving to death. Okay, Yota. Um, Craig says I've never had a, and I mean never had a pre-spend. Just saying, I truly believe it's a boutique to boutique basis. I think so too, Craig. I think it's just the way it is. And so anyway, and then I was watching same person who she wasn't doing the show, right? She's doing her own little talking video because she does the show with Amy. It's the fashionable Amy and then Cat L. So Cat L did release her own video, and she was doing about fun and affordable bags. And I'm like, yes. And she was saying, I'm really into fun and affordable bags. I think everybody is, unless you are completely tone deaf to the state of the global economies. We're all in fun and affordable. And pre-loved, reloved is the new it thing to do because there's other words with R and eshin. R, re and then session. Global. When the yen is this far down, like what do y'all expect? You know, and even with the conversion rates, if you look at the conversion rates, the US dollar to the other dollars, it's not that great for the other dollars. US dollars, we're doing okay still. He says, granted, they need to ask the manager for permission. If SA likes you, then they'll go bat for you. Yeah, totally. Sell you back. Katie says she has purchased an Evelyn and Lindy from the store also. Oh yeah, Katie, she spent a good fortune. She buys all her charms, all her silks. She has been buying from them steadily for years. I mean, it's not like she just walked in there and got a bag. No, no. She has but she's not gonna be like. She says, I have never had to pre-spend either, but also some of my bags I bought there were in Hawaii and no one has to pre-spend. Really? I didn't know that. I guess it's because it's a touristy location. Keith's crew have had 3 different boutiques I purchased from, but I make it my business to have a friendship with all 3 SAs. Yeah. French people buy things from people. I buy things. Okay, I was watching It's Adrian. It's Hadrian, and he is a reseller, which is why I make it very clear that I'm not a reseller. I'm not buying things with the eye to turn them over. I am selling things at a loss to get them out of my house so my husband doesn't get mad at me and we don't live in a storage unit because my house is looking like one now. But I was watching It's Adrian, and he's the only reseller I like to watch because I can't like everybody and I want to like everybody. So when I watch It's Adrian, I'm kind of invested. He's in California. He's Filipino. I really like him, and because I like him, I want to support his small business. This is his business, right? And I'm like, Jackie, you can't support everybody. It's like, so yeah, that's how that. So yeah, SAs sell bags because you have a relationship with the person. You know, bag's a bag's a bag. If you didn't care about where you got the bag from, you could just go get one off the resale market. Text each other, not bag related things sometimes. Nice. His house is beautiful. They also tell me don't buy something if they think it's not for me. Oh yeah, that's a good salesperson. Yeah, I don't have, because you know what? Nothing's worse than buyer's remorse that you buy something and then you think, I really shouldn't have bought this. Why did I buy this? I'm just return it. That's a hassle. I hate returning things. I really do. I don't have an essay in in Louis Vuitton. Um, I don't either, Jeanette. Keith does. He have a home tour on his channel, Frozen. I love to see it. Keith, he's fine. He finds the best things. I sold so many bags last year. eBay invited me to a reseller's webinar. That is awesome. Keith, it's Adrian also buys home decor and furniture, and that really gets my adrenaline pump. Oh yeah, he's right now currently on a kick. He's been looking for anthropology mugs, but he does everything. Like there's clothing. He has a pair of Chanel jeans that if my mother could fit them, if I knew my mother would wear them, I would buy them for her because they're so cool. But my mother is anti jeans. Like bags are for Jackie. Yeah. Keith has an eye for home decor and style. When it comes to like a look he's looking for. Keith, he sells out of his house on live videos. He shows the pool area, etc. It's beautiful. Be right back. Oh, nice. Frozen, are we talking about It's Adrian or a different seller? Who are you talking about, Keith? I mean, Saya, I think I missed it. Keith says he bought a pizza oven on his last video, Jack. Oh, he did? um, Jeanette's asking Saya if he wants to go back to Hawaii. I think everybody who has been in Hawaii wants to go back to Hawaii, especially if you live in Hawaii. It's just so very expensive. Housing, talk about housing issues. That has housing issues. Saya says he goes back a lot. Keith says, oh my God, that mother and daughter from Taiwan have those. Oh, yes, oh my gosh, I love those 2 people. They're so cool. So we're talking about another, people, I think on, like, Reels, so I don't know where their platform is, but it's her mom. She's, like, decked out in Chanel, and she's wearing Betsy Johnson jewelry, but her clothing, I mean, she's so cool. She is so It's Adrian. I like It's Adrian. He's such fun. So let me open. I have this box in front of me that I got the other day. I haven't opened it. I think I got Saturday. So I don't. Hey, my husband just showed up. Hey, husband, how was work? I'm live, FYI. Oh, well, I'm sure you had to corral um Julian. Is Julian with you? Did he just drop you off? James? What? Is Julian here? No, he's heading to the trail. Okay. Yeah. Everybody's saying hi. Keith says she's always says this is 30 years old Chanel. I got in a 70% markdown. Yes, I know, right? I love her so much. Asian moms are the best. I think she's Korean. Yeah, my husband just came back. We were in different campuses again. He had to teach a class. And teaching the class he was teaching, did you even get through your PowerPoint, James? Yes. Okay, he did get through the PowerPoint. Fix them. It's like herding cats. Teaching new software is never fun. And then teaching new software after lunch. So this, I think, came from eBay. And if it's what I think it is, hey Rael, it is a project bag. So let me see what I have here. So I got this again before Watson. And it is my project bag. This is packed really well, guys. So let me show you what this project. You're like, Jackie, that's another red bag. I told you I have a type. So this, to my Dooney lovers, wait until you see this. Wait until you see this. I'll show it again. I'll show the boogie bag in a minute. This is the male. Well, it's not. Is it called the male satchel? I think this is called the male satchel. This is a Dooney male satchel. This is one of the newer styles. This particular bag has a hardware issue right here. So this piece of hardware lost one of the rivets. Okay, so that's why I got this for so cheap, because this is a Florentine. So this is where the rivet should be. This hardware rivet should be like this, and the rivet popped out. Right. So but this bag's only a couple years old. This bag is still only on QVC. Do you ever find bags in your back of your closet or storage you forgot you owned? Oh yeah, all the time. All the time. And then as soon as I see it, like, oh, I remember that. I forgot that. That's normally what happens. Or I say, oh, I thought I sold that. Hey, Monica. So I've been wanting this bag and wanting this bag and wanting this bag. And at the outlet, this bag is only in the pebbled leather. This Florentine leather it was first in the QVC. It's like, this is one of those, we made it for QVC and it's there first. This is one of those bags, right? So I need to get this rivet replaced, and I can send this up to Dooney and have the hardware replaced, right? And I'm going to do that. And it's going to cost money. And it's going to be expensive. I don't care, because this bag was a bargain and a steal, and I'm thrilled I was able to buy it. So basically, it's worth the effort of price of admission to figure out how to get this fixed and pay to get it fixed. So this bag, let's see, details is okay. My all-in purchase price, shipping, fees, all the things, taxes, $79.67. Just go look up how much the Florentine mail bag cost. This bag is so expensive. Oh, Monarch. Ah! I do. I do get you two confused all the time, Monarch and Monica. I see yeah. So this is an amazing bag. This is a score. This is a win. This is a joy. This is an amazing thing. Even if I have to just put my own rivet in here, it's like, but there's a missing rivet, guys. So this is the reason why this bag was sold so cheaply, is the rivet popped out, right? But that's just hardware. I can replace this hardware. I have rivets, but Dooney and Burke also can replace hardware. Sometimes you have to pay for it. Sometimes you don't. But they do have a repair service department, and rivets hardware is something they can fix. And and this is the devil you know and the devil you don't. I was like, do I tell that seller that they could get this fixed? I'm like, no, if they're selling it for 60 something dollars, I'm buying it. Influence me some hi Riel, you influence me sometimes. I'm waiting for it to arrive. Yes. Um Jennifer, Jennifer says, Jackie, that Dooney is really cool looking. Love the color and really like your t-shirt. Thank you. I love panda bears. Um, I've been doing a lot of that lately, Maria. Jackie, I thought you had a Dooney rivets you got last. I do have rivets. Um, but they're different in shape because this is a domed rivet. So I can replace this with a flat rivet. I don't have the right dome rivet. So if I want this to match with this hardware, I can just have this set up to get repaired in Connecticut, which I might do, but I might just put this on the shelf for a while. I have a whole That's one of the things I found when I was going through all my bags is I put all of my project bags in one spot. Your girl has some project bags. And they're not like serious, like they're just cleaning this and doing that, but they're adding up. So I want to, and this does have a strap. It has a crossbody strap in here. This bag is awesome. Um, are you from Dallas? I can't remember. I was going to text you. Are you from? No. Are you far from Dallas? About 3.5, 4 hours, depending on how the crow flies and the traffic of 35. I'm about an hour away from Austin, but the drive up to Dallas is about 3 to 4 hours, depending on the. Really, an hour from Austin. I'm not directly south or anything. I'm kind of like south and to the east, so it's like a little bit of ways. If I'm directly south, an hour from Austin is San Antonio, about an hour and 20 minutes. So anyway, I think the people were smokers who had this bag. But that's okay. I love it. I love it. And to get a Florentine leather bag, oh, I am so happy. Guys, seeing red. And I bought both these bags before Watson died, guys. So yes, that happened. Um, but are you going to Rail, you are to blame for me buying the Coach Tabby wallet and dragon fruit. Did you guys see Yoshi Lux? She bought the dragon fruit wallet, the 20 or whatever it's called, the wristlet. Yeah. Congrats on the wallet, D. Sorry about influencing Jackie. No need to clarify. I know. I shouldn't apologize. I should just keep on. I know, but this is like a lot of money I'm holding in my hands, right? So, um, do you? My bag. Oh, yours don't ever, Craig. Yours don't at all. Not at all. But I'm not sensitive like Winnie is. Miss Winnie's sensitive. But this is my boogie bag. Um, and this is my very awesome, extremely cool, and I love it so much mail bag because I can't remember the name of the bag. In a What was the name of that bag? It was a LV canvas bag that I ended up. What did I do with that bag? Did I sell? I traded it to Dawn Couture. It was too heavy for her. It was the Marc Jacobs era design, but it was very similar to this shape. This kind of rounded um, top handle shape. It actually looks very similar. Just imagine this with Vachetta and LV. It's very similar, and it didn't work out for her. But I knew because when they shipped it, even though it was shipped well, they curled up instead of laying flat. It's so frustrating. When he says the same, it's because I'm. So anyway, I love this bag. So I do have one more bag to open. Might as well open it because it won't be as cool as those two guys. The next thing I'm opening, those two things I bought. Well, one was from eBay, and one is from Clothes Mentor, which is a thrift shop, right? But it's a consignment, really a consignment thrift shop because you go there and sell your things to them, and then they resell them. But what I'm going to open up next is from the Goodwill, totally different animal. MJ is just too Right. It's just too darn good, and the sale was awesome. Oh yeah, the Marc Jacobs sale was pretty dang cool. How bought one of those mesh totes? Or I went and looked. I'm like, do I need a mesh tote? No, no, don't. No, you don't. Like I was like, and then they had the terry, and I'm like, oh man, Native, you still not getting. That's not cool. Hey, Winnie, I need someone to FaceTime me for an MJ outlet. I want to outlet version of a tote bag. We we have the Marc Jacobs outlet here in look at the San Marcos, Texas. I'm about 30 minutes from that one. That's the one I'm always going to, Lucia. And show me what you want, and I can pay. I can't FaceTime because I don't have an Apple phone, but I can send photos and go look. Um, Hi everyone, Fresh Sheets Monday. So this is my last thing to open. I'll text you the so this is from, where is this from? Minnesota? This is from Minnesota. The Goodwill out of Minnesota. I don't remember what I bought from Minnesota. Um, Dang, is there, tell them to build one in Winnie. Best life hack ever. I did a fresh sheets today, and you're right. It makes Monday so much better. Oh, you can FaceTime me at Instagram. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. Yeah, I have a couple people because I have one of the few Dooney and Burke outlets near me. The same Prime outlets in San Marcos, Texas. They have a Marc Jacobs, they have a Dooney and Burke, they have a Coach, they have Echo, they have New Balance, they have Gucci, they have Ferragamo, they have Boss, they have Armani, they have Laurent. They have Neiman Marcus, whatever their last call thing is. They have Tory Burch. There's a lot of stores out there. Fossil. I just go to the same two. You know, they closed our and yeah. They also needed. I don't know how I don't. Yeah, there's not very many Dooney and Burke outlets because Dooney and Burke does not actually make for outlets. So that's what people say about they wish outlets weren't XYZ. Hey Jane, the problem is it's really hard to, unless you have very few outlets, it's hard to keep outlets stocked. So that's why there's made for outlet items, right? So Dooney and Burke has very, very few Dooney and Burke outlets because their outlets are truly outlet. And it's mostly carried through with merchandise that is seasonal. So the seasonal colors are what shows up in your outlet. So right now, the seasonal colors are popping in because fall is going into the stores and online, and what's being sold is going to be the bright summer colors and the spring colors. I got a lot of $15 generals, but not one luxury store. Well, this is 30 minutes away from me. Like in my own actual town I live in, I have a Walmart and a Dollar General, a Family Dollar. Actually, I don't even have a family. I don't even have a Dollar General, Winnie. I have a Dollar Tree, which I love the Dollar Tree. It's one of my favorite places to go. Um, I've only seen the DB outlets in Vegas. Yeah. Judy doesn't have very many outlets. And they don't have any in California. Not anymore. They used to. So it's double wrapped. Let's take a look and see. Um, I think I just got a delivery at my door. My AI chimed at me, or it's gonna say, "Oh, a new author you follow have a book out." When you have only, I literally with only $1 store. I don't have a Dooney. We don't have Dooney in Quebec, which is so strange because Dooney is out of Connecticut. It must be a weird. Oh man! Oh, this. You know how sometimes you pay for things that aren't exactly reasonable, that you shouldn't have to pay for because they were free promotional items to somebody and they donated that free promotional item, but you look at it and you're like, I'm buying that. This is what happened. Guys, this free promotional item cost me $45 with shipping and tax. Somewhere around $48. It's Adventures by Disney. So why did I spend $45 on a free promotional item that you get? Because if you guys ever look up how much Adventures by Disney is, this is a vacation I will never be able to take because it is so expensive. And I am not an adventurer. I am not going to be going on those hikes, on those nature, whatever's they're doing. The Disney adventures are extreme, kind of like really awesome, expensive, uh, vacations where you go to a destination and they do like, let's walk through the fjord or whatever, you know. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that, but I want the bag. So I got the bag. I told James, I said, James, this is utterly stupid. I realize this is a promo item. I realize this is free to somebody. I don't care. I'm not paying to go on the adventure to get the free promo item. I'm just gonna buy the promo. And I don't even think it has a crossbody, which is fine because, you know, it's a crossbody strap. You just buy those. So this was probably never used. It was just yeah, it's a cheap promotional item. It seriously is just a duffel bag. Um, but it says embroidered adventures by Disney. This is when you love a brand, when you're willing to pay money for the free stuff. James, look at this cool bag. Look, it says Adventures by Disney. Oh, I know. Complete stupidity. That's the ruse. Be right back. Anyone shop at Lux de Jour? I don't even know what Lux de Jour is, Rael. Um, so yeah, that was my haul for today. And for, I don't know if I do have a couple things still coming in from Goodwills, but that's it. I don't have anything else on order. You know, I'm not shopping. I did go to Goodwill over the weekend. One of the things we did, and I ended up getting some clothing. Actually, that might be. Oh, guess what? It does have a strap. So I do have the strap that goes with the bag. Woohoo! They're in Calgary. Yeah. Um, I have an MK outlet 30 minutes from me. Oh yeah, I have a Michael Kors outlet too. We have that. So I live right next, well, not next, but near a Prime outlet and a Tanger outlet. So, you know, oh, I do have a couple firsts coming to me. I ordered my first Kurt Geiger item. It's a walk. It was really cute. It's Adrian is selling it. He got me. And then I got a, what was it called? The first Oraton bag. Oraton is a vintage, well, it's a vintage Oraton bag out of Australia. It's an Australian brand, and that's coming in the mail. Um, I'm going to leave feedback on this package and say, I love the bag. Oh, I should probably take a photo of it. This bag is so cool. You know, but if I was the original owner, I would be a little upset if this rivet popped out as quickly as it did. Because this bag really is only like 2 years in production. And they actually does have a 2-year warranty. Oh, our vlog sale, Linda. I'm gonna do it Friday night when we do our normal live. I'm gonna do some vlog. It's gonna be like a vlog clearance sale. I'm not quite ready. I have the bags put aside, but I need to do a labeling system, and I'm not gonna do them all at once. So it's gonna be like clearance. It's gonna be like clearance vlog. So I thought I just do one price and that's it, but no. The bags are really like 20, 40, $60 in those tiers, and then straight fee, and then $15 for shipping. And if you want more than one, combine it. If you want a box, pay for more shipping. But I'm gonna do flat mailers. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do this. It's a lot of work. The one vlog I did last year, This is seriously just a clearance vlog, so the prices are going to be low, because I don't want to keep these things. I want them to go find new homes. So let me do a quick. Yes, I have to see if I can filter it. And I'm probably gonna label it something like clearance vlog sale. And then I'll probably follow it up again. So when it's Adrian does his vlogs or his sales, he does about 20 items listed. And it takes about an hour or so to do that. And that's, him as a pro. Good idea to have tears, Jackie, but I bet it's a lot. Oh, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it because I'd rather have somebody use these bags that like them, and then before I start being super ruthless and just because I thought about, I could just post them on Mercari, but here are Poshmark, but there's well, first I want everybody here to have first, pick, and then after that it's going to be like you still have to hold inventory. That's rough. Um, filter to make sure I just view LV and LA. That's a good idea to have tiers, but I bet yeah. Maria says duties is why I haven't bought from the real fashion file. Oh yeah, that's true. I can imagine fashion file lately has been selling way too high for my really. Well, I don't shop at fashion file, so I wouldn't really know. Anything? Oh, James, are you making the pot pies? Oh, what are you making? Yeah. Oh, we have pizza? Oh, will you make me a pot pie? Okay. Well, after your pizza, I'm not too worried about it. I just haven't had dinner. Um, uh, okay. I didn't even. It's been 2 days. Hmm, okay. Fine. Hey, Vivian. Hello, hello. Vivian, I think it was you. You're the one who showed the bag, the LV or the Madden Girl denim bag, right? I think that was your video. I did if it wasn't you anyway, I did can I send a note to your Gmail account? Oh yeah, sure. Jennifer, send me. If you guys have something in my collection you really want, email me. You guys have first, you know, pick. It might be in my pile and it might be for sale. You never know. Yes. So Vivian, I did not get the blue one because I waited too long, but I got the yellow one and the pink one. Where's the pink one? Here it is. I've already used the yellow one. So Vivian showed that when everybody's going through the denim craze, they have the denim, blue denim, not in the hearts, but diagonal quilting. And I got it. I waited too long to get the denim one, but I got the yellow one and I loved it so much. I got the pink one because it's still a denim cotton material, but this Madden Girl fits me. Like the crossbody where Coach bags aren't long enough to fit me. This one does. I don't need an extender or anything. And look at how cute the hearts are. But this bag was so cute. So cute. Craig says I'm fixing to sell off some dead stock too. Really, Craig? What dead stock? Um, I'm going to be listening to you while I dry my hair. Nice. Yeah, right? So I wish I got the blue one, but I'm really happy I got the yellow one because I want something cheerful. And then I love this pink one so much. It has a little like wrist thing and Magic Girl I underrated. Yes, it does look like the Coachtopia, and I do love my Coachtopia. I just moved my Coachtopia. Um, so this is my Coachtopia bag. Very expensive, very expensive. If it wasn't because it was in this specific design, I never would have bought this bag because I love an ergo. And I don't want a Coachtopia leather ergo because of what they do to the leather. And it's really hard to find the vintage one with a long enough drop to fit me. So this one was perfect. It's my love of denim. It's a really cool concept. Did I pay too much for it? Arguably, yes. You know.
Do you want to show off my monstrosity?
Yeah, sure. What am I showing off? Oh gosh. Let me show you the pizza James is eating, guys. Look at this pizza. You're like, what is up with that pizza? This is from, what's the name of the place?
Double Dave's.
Double Dave's Pizza. So, what is on this pizza? This is a chili cheese dog pizza. So, there's chili, hot dogs, mustard, and cheese. Yeah, no, not for me. I'm so glad I found Steve Madden options. Except so canvas and Coach denim bags are too expensive. Well, I mean, they're denim. You know, it's hard. It's really hard to bite on that. Was the pink heart bag oh yeah, native, this pink heart bag, it still might be for sale. It's at Macy's. I bought mine from Macy's. It's called Madden Girl. It's the Madden Girl lines, and it was like $20 or $30 on sale. Yeah, yeah, I think it's still on sale at Macy's.com. Pink bag sold at Macy's and shoe cart. Oh, yeah. So I shop at Macy's. So I bought the yellow and I bought the yellow and the pink. But the heart one only came in pink. The yellow one is just diagonal stitching. The pizza looks good. Yeah, James liked it. He went to have pizza on Saturday with his mom. He took his mom out and his brother went out. They had pizza. Hot dogs. I know. Hot dogs on a pizza. And it's not the hot dogs or the mustard that gets me on that pizza. It's the chili. So it's not, when I say chili, it's like beef chili. Think of Wolf brand chili, like chili. It's like my brain just can't get over it. Vivian says my vintage denim LV Neo Speedy was $5.50. That was a great find. Was worth the money to me, but the Coach denim. Yes, see, for $5.50 for an LV Neo Speedy, that's cool. The problem with the Coach, and this is what I see when I see a lot of resale. I'm on a lot of Coach Facebook groups and they're just dedicated to Coach and other handbag groups. People are already selling the quilted tabbies. And some people have already sold off some of the denim. Like, it just dropped. And people are, because again, you never know if you like a bag until you use the bag. And sometimes you can love the way it looks, love the way it, everything about it. But then when you use it, you're like, this is not working for me, So then they sell them, right? But they want the near retail cost for them. And the thing about Coach is much the rogue cost. People will look, I am looking for this color configuration for this bag and I want it under retail for my budget is like $250. I'm like, girl, that's a $600 bag when that one was brand new. And you want it for $250 in this condition, in that colorway? Good luck. But somebody might sell it. You never know. I see that pizza and have immediate acid reflux just thinking about it. I'm not a pizza person at all. Craig, I saw that it's not loving it as much as we thought oh no. Yeah, well, the thing about that too, Vivian, is like with the tabbies, I know I don't like a flat bag with a double compartment. If it is a single compartment, fine. Like, very much. And when I say double compartment, I don't mean like this front pocket. This front pocket is no problem. What I'm saying is when they have the main compartment split in half, that is not a fun thing for me. I do not like that. And for me, that's a problem with using it. So I don't buy them. Now that I know that, I don't buy them. Most chain strap bags, if the chain isn't long enough, it's a no-go. It doesn't work for me. But until you buy the bag and that tabby, that quilted tabby, people who didn't know, we know that with the pillow tabby, it's a pillow bag, there's not much space. But with the quilted tabby, you still kind of think there's more space than the pillow tabby. But then when you got it, you're like, this doesn't fit anything. This barely fits my sunglasses, especially the 20. I just looked at Macy's, it's $40 not on sale. Keep an eye on it, Native. That Macy's does this all the time. It bounces back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Wait a couple weeks, just look at it. All that's how you get the best deals. You know, Travis said the pink Madden bag is a TJ Maxx. He saw it yesterday for $29. Nice. Uh, oh, Travis, since you're watching with Craig, we went to Five Below the other day here in my town, and I'm like, I'm going back to visit Craig because I want to go back to their Five Below because their Five Below had good stuff in it. Mine does not. And he says, so every time I go see Craig now, I'm gonna have to go to their Five Below because where they live, their Five Below has awesome stuff. Um, so this is the bag I used today. Um, And that's what I'm talking to you about chain straps. This chain strap is long enough that this is an extremely comfortable bag. And this is that Naomi's Crafted bag. I took off the medallion. I totally love this bag. I'm going to have a heart-to-heart with Naomi and tell her that she really needs to make this bag without any branding. Hey, Starlight. I know, I try. I try. See? And then I have a cute panda, and it says I'm cute because that's how I felt today. Was I wanted to be cute, you know? Because if this just said Naomi on it instead of Chanel, I think it would be so many people who have purchased this or want to buy this, when they realize they could order it without the Chanel on it, they wanted it. Because we don't want an imposter. We want the look and feel without the imposing of the brand. Like, we don't want their bag. We just want the look of their bag. Like, we want the look for less without, and this made so well. Craig says, he said Five Below got new stock Saturday. It's busting it. Oh my gosh! So ours is like almost empty. There's like nothing in there. I was going back because at Craig's at the Eight Below or Five Below I went to at Craig's place. They had this really cool section where they had all these little patches, and I got some Hello Kitty patches, and I was like, oh, I need to get some more Hello Kitty patches, and they had all these Funko Pops, and then I went to ours, nada. Not a single patch. Looked like it had been ransacked. Nothing. I'm like, this is not fair. So anyway, yeah, matches your shirt. Yeah. So anyway, it was Rakuten. Wait for the. Oh yeah, yeah. Definitely use Rakuten for Macy's and wait for the discount because they just had like a whole week where Rakuten was doing 10% back because it was their All Stars week, and then they'll have another sale. Um, So anyway, I have like a whole bunch of text messages. I know it's rude to look, but okay. Oh, Saya, I know for a fact I don't that bag is not at my outlet, but I will keep my eyes open for it. I have seen that bag style, not that color. The last time I was there, they had that bag, but in a oatmeal. Saya is still back. He might not even be back. He said he had to step out. Well, when he comes back. Um, Madden website is having a sale right now too. Nice. Oh, it's just one of those days. I'm just happy to talk to you guys. And I know I went live like super early compared to normal, but I'm tired. I'm very tired because we had to wake up early. I didn't sleep. Pretty good actually. I was in a lot of pain this weekend. This weekend was a bad pain weekend. So last night I took like probably an okay amount. Is how many milligrams of sodium naproxen can you take? So I took 660 milligrams. I wanted to take 4 pills, but I figured 880 milligrams might have been too much. So I don't know, but I took 640 milligrams. No, 60. Which one? Of which is essentially a leave, you know? And it helped. It helped me sleep last night because man, my shoulders, my stress level's pretty high. I've been taking a lot. I have 2 new medications, so I think that's also contributing to my stress level and my acclimation. So I'm doing a lot better than a week ago. And emotionally, it's still rough, but I know I'm doing better. Um, so anyhow, so we're still on the hunt. Look, well, I am on the hunt to look for a new family pet. James is fine. He's having to deal with my mood swings and me saying, "What about this dog?" daily. Any any dog that comes across my feed right now that needs a home, I'm like, "What about this one? What about that one?" It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I'm like, so I'm thinking the fostering might work for me. Anyway, so what have you guys been watching? I haven't watched that much YouTube. I'll be honest. I have not watched very much YouTube because I've been hiding and not being able to deal and watching people talk about cool bags. I watched a little bit of or not Melissa, Lisa from Living Lux in the Middle. She's having a falling out with Fendi. Basically, Fendi is not her season. You know how some seasons you want everything they sell, and then some seasons you like nothing? She's in the season of I don't like anything. Keith, where are you at? Winnie, I have not seen your double unboxing, by the way. I'm dying to go look at it because I want to know what Mew Mews you bought. Oh, James brought me dinner. I'm gonna eat dinner with you guys. What is this anyway? Beef?
Beach pie.
I have a beef pot pie out of the freezer section of my freezer because I did not have the wherewithal to stop. I didn't want to get anything. I just wanted to come home. That was the extent of my ability today. Um, I have friends. I have to go to. Okay, bye. Good night, Maria. I've been watching the Olympics. Oh, you mean YouTube? Yeah, no, I haven't been watching the Olympics, but I've been seeing a whole bunch of stuff about Simone. Mainly because I don't have any streaming services anymore, so I don't have the Olympics to watch. I keep watching Asian people rebuild homes. That's a fun thing to do. And I'm watching a lot of reels about Indian food cooking. I've tried to make Indian food. I just need to have somebody teach me because I've bought cookbooks. I've watched shows. It's just I don't do it. I'm doing something wrong. Not much YouTube, but I binge watched this show on Netflix called The Body That Works. It's I don't know. It made me want to throw my phone at the television. Really? The Body That Works. Man, that's some, you know, your phone probably costs more, as much as the TV did, if not more. Um, yeah, no, I haven't watched. Oh, I went to go see Deadpool. We went to go see Deadpool. James loved it. You know, I and my friend who went with us, she loved it, and then my other friend at work also went to go see it. He didn't love it because he's never seen the first two Deadpools. I'm like, don't do that. Jackie, um, after work was eating, uh, trying to dry my hair. I have been watching Olympics too. So are we happy with the Olympics? All I hear is drama about Olympics and I don't know, Paris. I wouldn't want to be anywhere near Paris right now. I've always been more of a Winter Olympics, but I really like gymnastics and I like watching speed skating and swimming. I have lipstick now all over my hands. I haven't been watching. Yeah. Yeah, so I think so this next coming month we have a lot of stuff happening here in my house. And other than the vlog sale that's happening Friday, it's probably gonna happen Friday and probably bleed into Saturday. And I might have, if it doesn't work out, I might actually have some vlog videos where things are listed and contact me, things like that. And I'm not done going through all my bags. I just got tired of I reached my limit of endurance. So let's get rid of these bit first, and then I'll go back and look at the well and say, okay, now the first calling has been called. Now who's next? Because again, I still have bags and bins, and I don't have enough storage. I had one chicken wing and a very old salad. Um, Nina says I thought the Olympics, all the opening ceremonies were fantastic. I've been great as swimming. Turkeys. I had a chicken wing and a very old salad, says Rael. What time frame? So it's gonna be the normal time, 6:30. And then, and guys, the way I do vlog sales is the same way I did the last time, which is super chill. No buyer's remorse. If you say you want it, you change your mind, you change your mind. Oh, Ravi, you make Indian food. That's so awesome. Um, I'm okay with that. Nothing is final until the invoice has been paid and the item has been mailed out. So if you say you want it and then you say before I, you know, the next day, hey, I didn't really want that. That's cool. That's totally fine. This is a no pressure sales. Um, you're not gonna hurt my feeling if you want nothing. You know, it's okay. And bicycling and basketball. Oh, I forgot that was in the Olympics. My sister, my youngest, okay, not my youngest sister's the one who's getting married. The second sister beneath Jen and I, so I guess how do you number kids? So let's see. One, two, three, four, five, six. The fifth kid, the fifth kid, um, she just found out that her second child is going to be a boy. She's and due date's in December, so that's exciting. I haven't actually met Philip, the first baby, but that's okay. They don't travel to America, and I don't travel to Denmark, so it's life through social media. I see videos, but it's exciting for them. They bought a house, you know. So I'm gonna be eating while we're talking. I know some people don't like that, so just warning you. Because this is dinner. This is how life goes sometimes. It was eat dinner before live or just go live and eat dinner, and this is what we're doing. Um, so we had some good news today. My sister's only if you share. Lynn, we saw Carol the other day. I'm sure she'll tell you. And we It was we went and had lunch. It was a nightmare scenario, but we went and had lunch. But it was in a restaurant you wouldn't go to because on the other side of town. But we have to get together, um, Lynn. We want to go to the Arby's again near you. Doesn't bother me, Jackie. Enjoy your. Thank you, Apple Blonde. Rabbi says she's making an eggplant recipe this week. Oh, I, I love eggplant. Eggplant is the Indian food. What they do to eggplant, Indian food in general, is just my favorite food. Hey Tessa, it's just one. Okay, other than Thai food. Okay, because I'm Thai. No, I'm biased here, but we love going to Indian restaurants, and there's so many different regions in India. There's so many different ways to make food, and so we always love going to different restaurants because they're always different, you know. And I love eggplant. And a lot of people in the West don't really eat a lot of eggplant, but eggplant's a fabulous vegetable. Um, I like it the best when they make it. When we go eat Middle Eastern food, we get baba ganoush, which is an eggplant. You know, then if you want to get there's another Greek moussaka, I think eggplant, and then Thai basil with eggplant is amazing. I grew up eating a lot of eggplant, but a lot of people don't like it because of the texture. So either it's not the flavor, it's the texture people don't like. You know, also the texture of okra. I love okra. I have people who hate okra. I like vegetables, but certain vegetables. James says you say you like vegetables, but do you really like vegetables? I'm like, yes. And I'll name them. And they're all Asian. He goes, that doesn't count. I'm like, yeah, but carrots are carrots. You know? Mmm. Vivian, stir fry your eggplant. use a little bit of garlic, oil, eggplant, a little salt. At the very end, put in a little bit of oyster sauce. And then when you're done with the heat, when it's at the doneness you want it, throw in your basil, your Thai basil. Done. That's it. That's all it is. It's garlic, eggplant, a little salt, a little bit of oyster sauce, and basil. And that is like the holy grail for Thai Thai eggplant basil. The only type fried okra. I like stewed okra. Okra too. I love okra. Okra's so good. I eat ground beef and okra dish is a dish I make, and it's just very simple. It's just okra with ground beef and mostly Worcestershire sauce. You cook down everything with onion, Worcestershire sauce. I used to be an actually good cook, guys. I'm very impressed, Vivian, that you have a garden. That's awesome. Dee says I love okra, but any way but boiled. Okra slime is too. If you boil it long enough, the slime does go away. It's how you cook it. Ravi says, I love okra too. Yes, Asian veggies are the best. I feel the same way about carrots and peas. Like, yeah, carrots and peas are fine, but they're really like, okay, there's carrots and peas. Whatever. You know, I love fried okra. Monarch. I used to be. I beg to differ. Used to be. Well, if I took the time to cook, I am a good cook. I just have not been cooking. James doesn't like leftovers. It's a lot of work. So I'm eating a frozen pot pie, guys. Yeah. My idea of a easy meal is just boiled egg and rice at this point. It's like I don't want to deal with anything else more complicated than that. I have okra and tomatoes. I haven't made it in years. I love okra and tomatoes. It's just all it is. What I do with okra, I use tomatoes in mine, but James doesn't like tomatoes. His dad used to make it with just onion, okra, tomatoes, and you used a lot of white pepper, a lot of cumin, and it was very, very good dish. But James hates tomatoes, so when I make ground beef and okra, my grandmother's recipe involved tomatoes, but he's like no tomatoes. So it's just onion, ground beef, okra, Worcestershire sauce, salt, pepper. That's pretty much cumin. I had a lot of cumin. I love cumin as a seasoning. I wanted to be a chef when I was a kid. Oh, fried green tomatoes are the best. I have never had a dish you cooked I did not like. Thank you, Lynn. I have cooked for you more than I've cooked for most people. That is true. Um, cornmeal and fry. Yes, I love. Fried green tomatoes are awesome. We used to have a really nice restaurant here that used to do them, but she says it was too hard to get the green tomatoes. She goes, it was hard to source green tomatoes. I think you can do it with tomatillos, but it's not the same. Especially when you're using grandma's recipe. Most of grandma's recipes always involve buttermilk and cornmeal. You never had fried green tomatoes, but love the movie. Fried green tomatoes are a much different thing than a tomato, like a ripe tomato. So if you take a green tomato, and then cook it when it's green, obviously, it has more of a tart flavor and firm texture. So what makes it taste really good is the contrast of the crunch of the cornmeal, the salt and pepper, and if you use a buttermilk. So it's more of a savory flavor versus tomatoes can be very sweet and in and of themselves. Acidity sweet, but sweet. There are several restaurants that make fried green tomatoes. That's nice. I'm making beans and cornbread baked sweet potatoes. Oh man, I love cornbread. Sweet potatoes, yum. My favorite thing to eat with cornbread is pinto beans. Unfortunately, I don't know how to cook very much Thai food because my mother, well, an excellent cook and very good at it. My parents divorced when we were 11. So I didn't really get that much opportunity to learn how to cook from my mom. So I did learn how to cook from like my dad and my grandmother. And I watched at the time the Food Network showed cooking. And I learned how to cook watching Julia Child and all these other cooking shows. And I would come home from school, turn on the Cooking Network, and figure out what to cook. I sent dozens of green tomatoes to my husband's job so his coworkers can make for. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, yeah, that's squash too. I like squash. Aaron says I'm a Tennessee girl. Okay, I say I like squash. I don't love squash. I like squash. I'm very picky about my squash. James loves squash. There's a difference. Hmm. Have you guys noticed that there's more? And I've been watching the little bit of YouTube I have been watching vlogs. Halloween is out. Not only is Halloween out, Halloween's almost sold out. People are saying left and right, I went to go get this and it's already gone. And there's Christmas out. I mean, like, oh no, like we're skipping Halloween? Man, TJ Maxx and Home Goods and Marshalls, they had some really nice um Halloween items. If you like Halloween decor, um, hey everybody, she did a Halloween vlog last night that is just like she bought like a full-size, life-size skeleton, but gold and like really cool. I mean, like, and she got a mermaid skeleton and just the coolest stuff. All I could think of is where are you gonna put that? But there's a lot of people who decorate for seasons. Oh, taco soup. Mm. I like zucchini, but not yellow squash. I love zucchini. James loves the yellow squash. I like zucchini. You tell us about um what is taco soup? I like the sound of that. I will DM you the recipe, Craig. It's very easy. Send it to me too, D. Vivian says steakhouse barbecue burgers with fried. I love fried eggs and home cut fries. I am back. Teresa. Oh, I think I know Teresa. Isn't she the one with the really cool closet? Craig says I get injections in my hands on Mondays for my RA, and the lady today. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that hurts. I hurt for you. I'm going to try that Thai eggplant dish you mentioned. Yeah. So this you can just Google also um Thai basil eggplant. It will come up also. Some people use fish sauce, but you don't have to. You really just need a little bit of oyster sauce, and that's all it really needs. Because all the flavor is in the garlic, of course, the eggplant itself, and then that last bit with the basil. Now the basil you have to put the basil in after you take it off the heat. If you put the basil in while it's still on the heat, it will turn black. Yeah. Hmm. I love Thai basil. Thai beef basil is my favorite dish. It's one of the few things I can cook and love, and James doesn't love. Hmm. He's a super taster. So when he tastes his Thai basil, he tastes more of an anise flavor, and I taste, joy and love. So the big difference between basils is with Thai basil, it's meant to really be used with oyster sauce flavor profile. That's why you can't substitute sweet basil. It will not taste the same at all. It won't even taste like the same thing. Thai chili sauce is to die for. Mm, I love pho. I always say pho. I know it's pho, but love, love, love Asian and Italian food. That's my fave. You know, I like probably my favorite is Thai and most anything ethnic. To be honest, I even like um ethnic as in Eastern European. I'm not a huge fan of Scandinavian just because I've been there too much and it's very bland. The food there is very bland. Scandinavian food is very lots of butter, some really good pork dishes, but in general, very bland. I like things with a lot more flavor. Um, Garlic, ginger, chilies, black pepper. These are things that do not really grow in Scandinavia. So what's everybody's go-to, going out food? If you want to go out to go eat something, what do you go get? I've always been the person that I want to go to a restaurant that makes food I don't know how to make, which is why it's Indian food, because I don't know how to make Indian food. Or something where the prep is so extensive that I don't want to do it. I'm a Jamaican and I love flavorful food. I've been watching a lot of Nigerian cooking. It's fascinating. I have no idea what those cassava, I think it's cassava root, tastes like, but when I watch them make it, I'm like, I have to try that. Um, Back now. Oh, good Lord. Saya, I am so sorry you work in those conditions. That's just not right. You know, you know. When I looked at the photo you sent, Saya, the outlet bag I have or the store, we don't have that color, but I've seen that bag in a black and tan, so I'll go look for you. It's terrifying. A bunch of kids acting, that's a criminal offense now. You can't just do that. You can be arrested for that. You work for the Mall of America. Isn't it supposed to be like isn't it supposed to be a fancy mall? Or because it has an amusement park, they just take their kids there and leave? Craig says, I'm a creature of habit. I eat the exact same things each restaurant and never waver. I'm boring. I want to know who I'm suing if I get sick. Oh, they take kids. Oh, and leave. Yeah. Oh, wow. It's so big, security can't even cover each section. That makes it nerve-wracking. Yeah. I don't miss the days of mall. I didn't actually work in a mall like Mall of America. Well, that's not true. I worked in a Macy's, and Macy's was part of a mall. Um, and then I worked in an outdoor mall kind of a thing. If you drive up to the store, that was bad enough. But the worst part when we were working at like Macy's was the door I had to enter as an employee. Scary, very scary. Where I, as an employee, had to park. Very scary. And when you have to close and you have to leave like at 11 o'clock at night and you're walking out with that one little naked light at the stairwell, yeah, no. Mm. Italian, Greek, Middle Eastern, and when my friends, I want casual, it's cheesesteak and pizza. Nice. Hey, Jeanette, so your mall is huge. You'll never. Yeah, I can't imagine how your mall gets clean, Saya. I think the cleaning crew have to work 24/7. There's no way people leave and then they clean. It's like a constant thing. Wow. Do they lock down the whole mall or just the sections of the mall? Man, there's not enough money in the world. Security in that place, you know, security used to be like, cops' second job or people who, I have friends who work security. It really wasn't a situation before. It was call. 911 security. Now it's like, yeah, I believe maintenance is 24/7 lockdown. Wow. See, as a customer, if I was shopping, especially like in Burberry or one of the nicer stores, and there was a lockdown at the mall and all of those gates come down, that's scary. I would not be going back to the mall. Like we have blast doors at my office. We have a lot of security method a lot of security methods. And I tell you, James is a drone pilot. So he was supposed to do a flight today for the class he was teaching, and he couldn't because we had a lockdown, not a lockdown, but it's I forgot the technical name for it, but it's a name where you can't fly because of VIP flying into, you know, Austin essentially. So political VIP important person. So he had to change stuff around. Very interesting. You know, when someone very important comes to visit, what it does to a town. And we live in Austin. It's the capital of Texas. So it does get a lot of political action. So we kind of know what's happening. We've had um it will be 100% honest lockdown is oh yeah, it is. We've been in that situation too, Saya, where we've had active um shooters on campus in our old campus, and it throws everything because I mean our old campus was downtown Austin, which is close to the Capitol. Yeah. Mm. Yes, Grace. I do have a vintage Orton coming in the mail. Jeanette had asked me if I had Craig's VIPs, or not Craig, Lynn. Yeah. I have a Jeanette keeps talking about Oraton bags, so I went and looked and found one. It came from the Goodwill, but it's in the mail. We'll see how it looks. Oh, alarms. Saya, the town I live in, we still have air sirens that go off, like for tornado warnings and storm warnings. And they've done tests. It's the first time you hear an air siren, you're like, those still exist. Lynn says, Austin things. Keep Austin weird. Keep San Antonio safe. Bye, Linda. Yeah, we're probably gonna end this live. We've been on for almost 2 hours, and I'm gonna finish this food and I'm gonna go to bed because this is how I roll. I am exhausted. I will keep you updated, and I'll see everybody on Friday, and I'll have a clearance vlog sale, and hopefully everybody has an awesome, wonderful week, and been this Hawaii for yeah. Yep. So anyway, guys, bye. Oh, Tammy, catch the replay. Bye, guys. Good night, everybody. Thank you for joining me and hanging out with me. And we will see you again on Friday if I don't sneak in another live. I've been known to do that. Okay. Bye, guys.